Why do you cry in
only one side, see? Most of the flowers, they are completely round, but this one only half, look like only half flower. You see this? You see how the structure is, see? Only this. All of them are just half, see? So beautiful, no? Look at that. Oh, there's very rare flower. The flower. They're beautiful. Oh, the flower. So many. Wow, so many. Yes, look at the color. So rare, you know? I don't know if I have seen this color before. Something they engineer it, huh? They mix the different two colors, you see? They do something that's so beautiful. My God. It's a velvet. It's with dark pink. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Okay, there's a young blonde man, first time father, yeah, went into the hospital, and then he you know, pacing up and down outside, waiting for his wife, you know, to deliver the children or the child, and then later they come out very happily with two blonde, you know, two small blonde ones, and bring, oh, look, it's two sons. Nice, congratulations. So the blonde father don't say nothing. Walk straight inside the delivery room. Where is she? Oh, my wife. Over there. Okay, she come and ask his wife. Now tell me, who's the father of the second? Poor blonde man. I know people that seem to be so jealous with blonde people. They make all kinds of jokes, you know. There was a group of mountain climbers, you know, going around together with the tour guide. And then suddenly they realized they got lost. They couldn't find their way back, or they couldn't find their way out. So they asked the guide, and the guy also said, "Oh, I think we are lost." Yeah, the tour guide. So the group one of the group said to him, "I thought you say you are the best tour guide in Maine, in America, in Maine." So the tour guide said, yes, I am, but I think we are in Canada now. Walk too far. The guy is too far. Good excuse to get lost. The teacher asked them, why is it necessary to keep quiet in the church during the sermon? Yeah, when the priests are preaching. Oh yes, you have to be. The students say, yes, I know. Say why? Say because people are sleeping. And there's an ugly girl who said to the frog, you know, I will kiss you back to a prince. And the frog said, no, I'd rather stay a frog. In this case. There is a Baptist minister, you know, just realized that many people who are drunk, you know, the drunken people in the town has never been baptized. So he's determined to, you know, clean them, to save them, save their soul. So he went to the pub and grabbed some of the drunk, one of the drunk, and bring him to the river. Yeah, and there he put his head, the drunk person, in the river for a few seconds, and then put him out. And the guy, and the minister said, have you found Jesus? And the drunk said, no. So the minister put him back down again. into the river water again, and they come back up. They put him up and said, "Have you found Jesus?" "No." And then the minister put the drunk people head down in the river water again, and then pull him up, and the minister still asking, "Have you found Jesus?" He said, "No, no, but are you sure that's Jesus went under there?" There's a man, you know, he lost his job, and his house has been foreclosed, and his wife leaves him and take all his money along with his children. So he's very, very destitute. So he must find out what the meaning of life. So he went out and seek for the High Lama. Yeah. So it took him 3 years to reach Nepal, and 7 months, and finally to find out the abode of the High Lama. When he gets there, the attendant of the High Lama told him to wait. So 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then because the High Lama is very highly busy, so, and after finally 3 weeks, he see the High Lama, and this guy is already very, you know, all his clothes are tattered and unshaven, and he's very hungry, and he stand before the High Lama and ask, "What's the meaning of life?" Because the High Lama say, "Life is like a fountain." "What?" The guy yelled at him. "I lose my job, I lose my house, I lose my wife, I lose my children, I lose all my money. I travel for 3 years and 7 months to get here. And then I wait for you 3 weeks, and I haven't eaten anything. And finally I saw you and you say life is like a fountain?" So the High Lama asked, "So life is not like a fountain?" Yes or no? He saw that his friend sitting at the desk, looking very depressed. So the guy asked, "What's up with you?" "Oh, it's my wife. She has hired a new secretary for me." So, "Well, nothing wrong is that? Nothing wrong in that. So, is she blonde or is she brunette?" "Neither. He is bald." There was a woman, yeah, went into an art gallery, and she asked the person in charge, "This is a very ugly picture, you know, and you call that a modern art?" So the person in charge said, "No ma'am, it's a mural." There was a mother took the children back home, you know, and trying to cook dinner, and it has been a very hectic day. She's been working, and then the husband is still not home, and so many bills to pay, and tax and everything, and so she was very tired. So she was praying to God, "God, please help me with all my children," because they're too much for her to handle. You know how children. And suddenly she saw her daughter, 5 years old daughter, also bow his head, bows her head too. And then the mother thought, "Oh, the daughter is very good," also thanking God for helping, for her prayer, And they said, "Oh, what have you said to God then?" The mother asked, "What have you said to God?" So the 5 years old daughter said, I just asked him not to have you." There's a matchmaker, the one who tried to match a man and a woman to marry each other. And he tried to talk to Mr. John, because he's not married at all. He said, "Oh, Mr. John, Don't leave it until too late, huh? I have exactly the one that you need. Yeah, you only say the word yes, and you will meet, and then we'll be married in no time. So the matchmaker said that. So Mr. John said, oh, don't worry, I have 2 sisters at home. They look after my needs. And the matchmaker said, that is very nice, but all the sisters in the world cannot fill the role of a wife. So a man said, I said 2 sisters. I didn't say they were mine. After the birth of the new baby, the mother had to go out to do some errands. So the proud father stayed home to watch his wonderful new son. After the mother's gone, the baby started crying. The father did everything he could think of, but the baby wouldn't stop crying. Finally, the dad, so worried, he took the infant to the doctor. After the doctor listened to the father and all he had done to get the baby, he stopped crying. The doctor began to examine the baby everywhere, ear, nose, tongue, and everything, and then down to the diaper area. You know, like what Lucky has. And then when he opened the diaper, he found that, oh, the diaper is full. So the doctor said, here is the problem. He needs a change of nappy. The father was very confused and said, doctor, but in the package outside of the diaper packet, they say it's good up to 10 pounds. Don't wait until that big. I heard that one guy, he was very proud to fix up the puzzle, you know, and he was very, very happy. And when his friend come in and saw him, said, what are you so happy about? He said, I just fixed up the puzzle, you know, in 3 days. I said, wow, but what's so difficult? He said, on the packet outside, it says up to 5 years. For the 5 years old. For 5 years. It's a woman, a truck driver, a woman driver, want to protect herself because she's always driving truck on the road at night sometimes. So she went to the local animal shelter and asked for a dog that's just large and very bad looking, you know, for this, and bad looking and a big dog. So the attendant told her, but this one doesn't like men, huh? She found one, you know, bad, good looking, but fierce looking and bad and big dog. But the attendant said this one don't like men. Oh, that's good, perfect, she thought. So she bought him. Later in the week, when she was parking in the very dark area, and there were 2 very big and rough-looking men come walking to her, yeah. And surely enough, just like the assistant in the dog's pound tell her that the dog doesn't like men. So the dog run in quickly under another car and hide. One day, the grandmother sent Peter, grandson, to the water hole to get some water for cooking. And then he dipped the bucket inside, and he saw 2 big eyes in the water looking back at him. So he dropped the bucket and ran back to the kitchen. Oh, Grandma, I can't get water from that water hole. There's a big old alligator down there. So the grandma said, oh, don't worry about that old alligator, Peter. He's been there for many years now and he has never hurt nobody. So he's probably as scared of you as you are scared of him. Well, Grandma, if he's as scared of me as I am of him, then that water is not fit to drink. Understand, right? Scare there's something out of him. a very big, muscle guy walk into a bar and shouted very loud, "I want to see the strongest man here." And the whole bar went silent. But another big, also muscle guy stood up from corner of the bar and turned around and looked at him square in the eyes and said, "I'm the strongest man around here." So the first man walked up to him, smiled politely and said, "Would you please help me push my truck to the gas station down the street?" There's two lawyers, went into dinner and ordered 2 drinks. Normally in such place you cannot eat your food there, So, and then they produced sandwiches from their briefcases and start eating. So the owner became very annoyed and marched over them and told them, "You can't eat your own sandwich. In here is the law." So the 2 lawyers look at each other and they just exchange the sandwich. And they make their own. Okay, there's a man, stood on the road when it was very rainy and dark night. You can't even see your own hand. And then suddenly he saw a car coming to him and stopped. So the guy, he didn't think anything, got in the car, closed the door, and then nobody was there with the wheel. Nobody was driving. And then the car started slowly moving. The guy just looked at the road and then see the curve, So it was water, so he prayed so that the car will not, smash into the curve. But he's not. He was very, very afraid. And then suddenly he saw a hand through the window and driving, steering wheel. And he was so scared. And then every time there's a curve or dangerous situation like that, there's a hand coming and the steering wheel all the time. So then after a while he gathered all his courage and he opened the car door and he run. And then after a while he got to the nearest pub. He all wet and shocked and scared and shivering, And then he started telling everybody about the horrible experience that he'd just gone through. Everybody was silent. And then, because they see that the guy is he's not drunk, and he's really crying and trembling. So everybody got so scared also. So nobody say nothing. About 20 minutes later, 2 guys walk into the same pub, and then they both look at the guy who was telling the story, and one said to the other, "Look, Peter, that's the tip that got into our car while we were pushing on the road." That's the character who climbed in the car while we were pushing. A general noticed that one of his soldiers behaving very strangely. The soldier would pick up any piece of paper, anywhere, look at it, thrown, and then throw away. And he said, "Oh, that's not it." Yeah. Or sometimes he just look at any paper, he look at it, and he put it down again. Very displeased. "Oh, that's not it." Keep doing that for a long time. And then the general arranged for this soldier to go and see a psychologist. And the psychologist concluded that the soldier is mentally maybe disturbed. So, and he wrote a discharge paper from the army for this soldier. And then the soldier pick it up, look at it and say, "That's it." Okay, there was a little boy who lived in the countryside. He had to use an outhouse, and he hated so much because it's hot in summer, cold in winter, and stinks so much. Outhouse means like a toilet outside. And the outhouse was built it on the bank of a creek, and the boy determined that one day he pushed that outhouse into the creek, like a river, like a small river. So one day after the rain, the creek was swollen with water. So he decided, it's the day. So he get a large stick and start pushing. So finally, the outhouse toppled into the creek and floated away. That night, his dad told him that they were going to woodshed after supper. That means they're going to punish him, you know. So and the boy asked why. So the father say, somebody pushed the outhouse into the creek today, into the water. Is that you, wasn't it? So the boy answered yes. And then he thought for a while, and he said, Dad, I read in the school today that George Washington chopped down a cherry tree and didn't get into trouble because he told the truth. The father replied, yes, son, George Washington's father wasn't in that cherry tree. It's a different situation. Honesty don't have one. Okay. There's an Indian village, you know. There's an Indian, red Indian in America. There's a red Indian village. They keep going to ask the chief of Indian, the chief of the tribe in autumn, whether this winter is going to be very cold or not. Because if it's cold, they're going to collect wood, you know, to prepare in advance. So the chief of Indian don't know how to answer. He doesn't really know. So she has to go and ask the weather, National Weather Service. Yeah. So the National Weather Service replied that, yes, this winter is going to be quite cold indeed. So the chief go back and speed up his people to collect more wood to prepare for winter. So a week later, he called the National Weather Service again and said, is it going to be very cold really this winter? Yes, the man replied, it's going to be a very extraordinary cold this winter. So the chief goes back to his people and order them to go and find every little scrap of wood they can find and bring it home. 2 weeks later, he called the National Weather Service again. Are you absolutely sure that the winter is going to be very cold this year? Absolutely. The weather service man said, the Indians are collecting wood like crazy. Relying on each other. It sounds familiar here. It sounds familiar to me, like my disciple. Okay. Tommy has a problem of getting up early in the morning, you know, so he's always late for work. So his boss was very angry at him and threatened to fire him if he didn't do something about it. So Tom went to his doctor, and the doctor gave him a pill and told him to take it before he went to bed, because normally he cannot sleep early at night, so he cannot wake up early in the morning. So the doctor gave him a pill so to take before he went to bed, you know. Tom slept well, and in fact, that he beat the alarm in the morning. So the alarm didn't ring, he already wake up, okay? So he came leisurely after breakfast to work, you know, and he said, boss, the pill actually worked. I slept well, and I got up before the alarm clock even. So the boss said, that is fine, but where were you yesterday? Two guys at the bar talking about how highly their wives, you know, thought of them. The first guy say, oh, you know, my wife, she thinks so much of me that she won't let me do any work around the house. It's incredible. Because every time I do it, I break something. And then, so the second guy says, oh, that's nothing. My wife thinks I'm God. Hey? So she thinks you're God? What makes you say that? Easy. Every night she places burnt offering before me. every evening, dinner burnt. Cook too much, burn dinner. Understand? Burn offering. There's a guy who very drunk, you know, and he was trying very hard to try the keys of his house onto the electric pole outside on the street. And then the policeman came and he made a joke with him because he know he must be drunk too much. He said, I don't think anybody is home here. So the drunk said, yeah, there must be because the light is still upstairs. The light is still on upstairs. In the class, the teacher asked Tom, you come up to the blackboard and show me the position of America continent. So Tom come up and show it. It's very easily. Yeah. And then now, Peter, would you tell me who has found America continent? Yeah, my friend, Tom. The teacher asked the student, you tell me the opposite word of good. So the student say, the opposite of good is no good. and the teacher, a little bit impatient, but say, okay, what is the opposite word of ugly? So the student say, yes, the opposite word of ugly is not ugly. So the teacher say, not right. And the student say, right. The oral exam, you know, the teacher asked the student, oh, it seems like I have met you somewhere before, no? And the student say, yes, last year I failed the exam, so this year I have to make it again. And then the teacher say, okay, then last year what did I ask you? So the student say, yeah, last year you asked me, have I met you somewhere before? One student say to the other student, if the principal doesn't take back what he told to me, I think I will quit this school. My God, what did the principal say to you? He said, get out of my school. One of the boy student talked to a girl student and said, you know what, the principal of this school is an idiot. Yeah. And the girl student asked the boy student, do you know who I am? So the boy student saying, no, I am the daughter of the principal. I will tell my father. Oh, do you know who I am? The boy asked the girl. No? The girl said no. So said, oh, thanks God, and then he ran away. Okay. After the exam, Peter asked Thomas, how many points did you get? Only one. Terrible. So he said, you couldn't answer? Yes, I did. Terrible. Then you answer it all wrong? No, it's all right. Terrible. Then why did you get only 1 point? I copied and I got caught. Terrible. Okay, Johnny came back home and very sadly tell his father that he get a 0 on math, in math. So the father say, oh, what's the reason? So Johnny say, the teacher asked me, 2 multiply 3, how much? I say 6. And the father say, yes, that's correct. And then the teacher asked me again, 3 multiply 2, how much? So I said to him, and the father said, then what the heck difference? You know? And the son also said, yeah, I said the same thing like you. To the teacher. That's why, I guess. I said the same thing like you to the teacher. Two guys, very drunk, walk together on the railway, on the train railway, keep walking. And one guy said to the other, geez, what kind of strange staircase. Keep walking and never see the end. So the other guy said, don't worry, I heard the escalator machines coming. A passerby asked a beggar on the street, why do you go begging? The man said, oh, so that I have enough money to drink. Yeah? And why do you have to drink? So that I can have enough courage to go begging. There are two guys who are also very drunk and walk around. And then one guy said to the other, I think we are in the cemetery. Look over there. There's a tombstone. Yeah? Tombstone, yes. And and the other guy put a match on and have a look and said, oh, this guy really lived very long life, 95. And what is his name then? The other guy asked. His name is Kilometer to Texas. There's a drunken, walk out of the club, and then he climbed on top of a car, and then stomping on top of that car, and then there's one guy coming and say, hey, well, what are you doing to my car? I'm trying to look. I'm looking for my car. The drunk said, but you are stomping on top of my car. Is that right? Stomping? Yes. Yes, yeah, but I want to know which car is mine because my car has an alarm on top of the the roof of the car. Okay. There is a priest, Catholic priest, go around in the church and try to get the donation for the church. So there was a owner of the bar, the alcohol, of course, bar, stood up and very generous. I want to donate $20,000. And the priest said, no, even if I'm very desperate for money, but this kind of money, I'm not going to take it. So many people, talking very loud down there below and say, oh, please, Father, accept it. Actually, all this money are from us. There was a drunk also. Stop a taxi and say, please, take me to the Hollywood Hotel. And the taxi driver said, but you are standing in front of the Hollywood Hotel already. Right here. And then the drunken looked, oh, okay. And then he took some money out and gave it to the taxi driver. And said, thank you, but next time don't drive so fast like that. And there's a guy who's always drunk every day, So the wife was very nagging, say, you drink all every day and you don't go anywhere and make any money at all. So the drunk said, but you forget the money I made from selling the recycle of the alcohol bottle. Forget he makes some money. Four drunk guy, four guys drunk and leaning on each other, zigzag walking, and then in front of a house, one of them bang at the door, and then the door opened, and the woman opened the door, and do you know Mr. John live here or not? Yeah, he does live here. So, and who are you? I am John's wife. Okay, then would you please identify who John and bring him in so that we can go home? There was a manager interview a man who come in to work as a night guard. Yeah, night guard. So he said, "Oh, you want to be a night guard in this prison? But do you have any? What kind of ability do you have?" "Oh, any little noise, I wake up right away." Okay, the policeman asked the two guys. Two guys who just like homeless and wandering around on the street. But they're doing some small thief or something. Yeah? Okay. Where's your home? He asked one of the criminal, on one of the thieves. Where's your home? And the thief say, I am homeless. I just wandering around. And then he asked the second one, and you? I'm his neighbor. There is a soul, who went to heaven and then disappear, and then come back to heaven and disappear many times like that. So the Saint Peter asked him, "What is the problem with you?" He said, "No, on earth they are trying to rescue me." That's what. Back and forth. in hospital. The wife asked the husband, "What would you think? If I would just disappear for 1 month, what would you think then? She mean, would you miss me or thing like that?" And the husband said, "I would think, how can I make this happen?" Okay. In a corner of a street, a woman a man, or woman, okay, just some flower salesman, person who sell flower, calling a passerby, say, Hey, gentlemen, buy one bouquet of flower, give to your wife." And the man said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a wife yet." So okay, then buy one for your lover. Yeah, I'm sorry, I also don't have lover yet. Okay, then buy one to give to yourself to congratulate your luck that you don't have any problem. In the train, okay, the husband asked the wife, "Honey, do you feel comfortable sitting next to the window there?" Yes, I'm very comfortable." Is it very cold when you're sitting?" No, it's not cold at all." You don't have any wind that, draft and blowing directly into you?" No. This is a very wonderful seat. Please don't worry." And the husband said, "Oh, please change the seat for me." In the language hour, the teacher write something on the blackboard, like, "The dog was swimming and then he drowned." Yeah? So in this sentence, water, would you please tell me which is the subject, the noun, the subject now? He said, "The subject is the dog." That's very good. And then, what was the dog doing? What is the dog doing? No, he's not doing anything because he's dead already. The teacher asked, "Jimmy, do you know why the planet, the globe, is hanging, in the air like that?" "Oh, Dear sir, only God knows. The teacher said, okay, that's very good. Then I give God 10 points and you 0. The father asked the kid when he came back home from the school, oh, what did your teacher say about the essays with the title, My Father? And the kid he say, it's completely out of the theme. Huh? How come you say out of the theme, right? Oh, I think because you describe my grandfather, that's what the reason. The father wrote it for the kid. It's so bad, the kid has to comfort him. I think because you have described grandfather instead, that's why. Yeah, because say my father, so he wrote. He forgot, he wrote is my father, grandfather, you know. Yeah, so the father wrote it for him, of course, so he says my father. So it's about 100 years old or something, 120 years old, already died or something like that, no wonder. The professor asked the student, why do you want to choose agriculture as your main subject, as your major? Oh, sir, because I want to be a billionaire in agriculture, like my father. So the teacher was very surprised. Oh, your father is the agriculture billionaire? No. But my father always wished to be agriculturist billionaire, so I want to follow him. Dream. The two drunk, you know, walk across the bridge, and then one of him zig zig zag zag and fell into the water, and he was screaming, "Oh, help me! Help me! I can't swim! I can't swim! I can't swim at all!" So the other guy talked down to him and said, "Hey, no problem. I also cannot swim, but I'm not screaming about it." The two drunk again, you know, walk together, zig zig zag zag, and one of them say to the other, "Please give me permission to walk in between you." Between you two. Or two of them. Between you two. And the other drunk say, yes, no problem. But one person at a time only. They are joking. The doctor said to the patient, I have told you, you have to stay at home. And then you have to be covered under warm blanket. Why didn't you do that? And you say to me you went all over all the shopping in town. Patient, yeah, but I have to go all over to look for the warm blanket. The two old men sit together in a coffee shop, remembering their young days. You know, and one of them say, "Oh, you know what? When I was young, a beautiful girl almost died because of me." Really? The other guy asked. Yeah, she told me that she would rather jump from the high mountain down to die than to marry me. Mary, you know, went back to the mother after fighting with her husband. And then she said to her mother, "But I'm so worried, mother, because after I left the house, I heard a big bang inside the house. Like I heard an explosion inside the house. So I'm really worried." The mother said, "Oh, don't worry. He just opened the champagne." Celebrate. Just an ideal wife. Okay, you know, friend, the article that you were writing about a woman who got lost in the mountain forest and didn't eat anything for 40 days and still alive. A lot of readers really pay attention to that article. They say, really? Why? Yeah, because we have received almost 300 letters asking 300 letters from 300 bachelor men who would like to marry this woman. 40 days don't eat. The husband said to the wife, the blind guy, the blind beggar that you have just given money, he's not he's not faking. He's really blind. He's not pretend to be blind. He's really blind. So the wife said, how do you know? And the husband said, because after you give him the money, he say, thank you, beautiful. Thank you, beautiful woman. There is a guy who has his face is all blue, black and blue, and he could hardly walk, on the street. He walked zig, zag, almost like falling. So there was a passerby feel very sorry for him and said, oh, what's wrong with you? Would you like me to bring you home? And the guy said, no, thank you, I just came from there. In the restaurant, a customer asked the boy, asked the waiter, how come it's the same food, but if I order it on the white dish, then it's more expensive than if I have it on the black dish. What's the difference? He say, yeah, because the white dish we already washed and the black dish is not washed. There was a guy said to his friend, I'm really mesmerized about yoga. Every day I sit 3 and 4 hours and just look in the one fixed direction. So the other friend asked, what direction is that? He said, it's a TV direction. The whole family mounted on the newly bought auto car, and then driving around for a while. Just suddenly the car stopped. So everybody had to come and keep pushing for 2-3 hours long. And then suddenly the husband, murmuring something, oh, now I understand what the owner of the car company said. So the wife asked him, what did he say to you? He said that if you use this car, it's very, you will save a lot of money on petrol. No need to drive, just pushing. I think it's very cute. Very economy. It's an old man who heard that there's a scientist laboratory has found a medicine which can return your youth to you, make old become young. Okay, so he was very, very happy. So he bought a ticket, go. Everybody asked him, everybody tell him that this is better that you buy a return ticket, go and return. It's cheaper that way. So the old man said, oh, don't worry, when I came back I will buy the children ticket. You like it so much, huh? Joke is good, eh? Good for everybody, I love it. Okay. I talk more so that they print it on the magazine sometime, and then I laugh again 2-3 years later when they dig it out. Because recently I'm surprised, some joke that I told long ago I forgot, and and it was really funny. It's like I forgot it, And now and again you read it on the magazine, it's so nice. At the electric pole, you know, there was a man, electrician up there. He talked to somebody who stand down on the ground. He say, "Hey, did you see the 4 wire, electric wire that dangling in the air there, next to you?" He said, yeah, I saw it. Okay, just pick 2 of them and tell me what you feel. And the guy picked 2 of them and said, I don't feel anything. So the guy up there, the electrician up there, said, okay, good, don't touch the other 2 because it's a high voltage. If you touch it, you die immediately. Trust the electrician. Don't touch the other 2. Okay, the mother was scolding the young boy, the young son. You are so bad. So bad. Have you seen any boy like you eating like a pigling, you know, the small pig? And then the kid is still sit there and eat. Don't react anything. So the mother was angry and said, "Hey, do you understand what a little pig is? As a pigling is? Yes, I understand. That is a child of a mother pig." And the teacher asked Johnny, please tell me the rare, one of the rare, very rare animal in Africa. I say, oh, a rare animal in Africa? Yeah, is a white bear, ice bear, yeah, white ice bear. Huh? In Africa don't have white bear? Yeah, that's why it's very rare. Rare animal. The couple came back from her parents' house, and the husband said to the wife, I really didn't mean to criticize your mother's cooking, but after we have been eating in your parents' house, now I understand why the whole family pray before they eat. Somebody asked a barber is the one who cut the hair for customer, how come he always like to talk about horror story to his customer when he's cutting the hair? And he said, oh, that's because if I tell about the horror story, all the hair stand up and easy to cut. At the airport, you know, they have a shop you can rent parachute for jumping. Yeah. So the guy said, okay, if I rent it one time, how much I have to pay? He said $30. I said, but what if the parachute won't open? I said, then we return money, you get it back. Very honest joke. Money back guarantee. In a church, many of the faithful often leave the church before he finished before the priest finished his sermon. So one day, from then on, he said, from today, I will preach for 2 kinds of people. The first, I will preach for the sinners, and the second part, I will preach for the one who is not sinners. So he continued preaching, nobody leave anymore. He said, because after the first sermon for the sinner can leave. And aftermath, I will preach for the good people. Okay. The teacher asked the students, can anybody tell me where is the Geneva Treaty been signed? Yeah? He said, yeah, I know. as the end of the treaty. In a shop. And so the owner remind him that you never forget that our customer is always right. Say, yes, yes sir. Okay. And after one day work, the owner of the shop come and ask the new employee, what is wrong? How come everybody, all the customer come in and come out and nobody buy anything in our shop? So the employee honestly say, oh yes, because they all told me that the price here are very, very high, and the stuff we have there is not that worth it. So I say, yes, you're right. The mother asked the kid, today in the school, you did not run around causing trouble, you did not beat up anybody, and you did not talk during the class, right? No, yes, that's right. I didn't do any of that. Then what did you do? Oh, the teacher tell me to stand face the wall all the time, all this time. In the church, yeah, the priest asked the painter to paint an angel, and he painted the angel with 3 wings. So the priest said, have you ever seen an angel with 3 wings? The painter say, no, but have you, Father, ever seen an angel with 2 wings? The kimchi is not bad, no? Not bad if you cook the kimchi. It's hot. But the kimchi that I was talking to you about there was one brand of kimchi, I don't know where from. I only bought it on the ocean side, you know. And then there was a shop called Minh, M-I-N-G. Yeah. I don't know, it sound like Vietnamese though. But they're Chinese and they sell that kimchi noodle. I never eat such a beautiful kimchi noodle before. I mean, this kimchi noodle is no match. That one is just perfect. And they even have a little bit of dry tofu in it, so you have everything. And some dry vegetable. So it's like you have a simple meal, you know? So whenever I cook too lousy and it's so cold, I just boil myself hot, water and then have noodle. Because at that time I stay in a trailer and they stay in the house. There was 3 of us, and the pets and the dogs all stay in the house. Need room for them. And there only one more small room, so they stay in there, and I go stay in the trailer next to it. We have a trailer as well. So trailer is cold, Even if you have a heater and all that, sometimes 25 degrees below zero, you know that, or 40 even. When I was there one or 2 days, 40 degrees below zero. Can you imagine that? Below zero. Yeah. And some people have frostbite and all that. Yeah. So I go out and give them some clothes to survive. Some homeless people, or some people who live at the edge of society, don't have much. There was one guy who go out and to find job, but it's too cold, he get frostbite, and then later he's on TV and to show how cold it is. The TV want to show how cold it is. He's an evidence. That was in Halifax, So I fly over from there to Halifax to give him stuff. In the beginning, did I tell you this already? No, okay. Oh, by the way, the noodle story ended up in Halifax. Halifax is an island, far away from where I live. About maybe 2 hours fly. So I flew over there, okay. Originally, I thought some people, if he's on TV, a lot of people would give them something already, But later I find out he didn't have any. And the church even give me the wrong name. They say they don't know who he is, but they say he used to go to that church, or he sometimes get some clothes, old clothes, something. So we find out the church, but they gave the wrong name. So originally I didn't even want to go there. I just want to send him, warm, those thick, like for snow, like outside canvas, inside lined with warm stuff. It's like a house, those clothes, very heavy. So I want to give him that only. So we pack it all in a box, and ask for his name and want to give some money to him, but I didn't want to give my name. And they say, okay, anybody else name, okay, but then we need to have an address and a name of that person. Later we found out the name is, they just give the first name, they don't give the whole name. So we can't even send him money by the, what you call, post. Yeah, some post order, yeah. So we cannot send by West Union, nothing. They don't accept like that. So I said we could send it to that church, But then later we found out that this is the wrong name. Somehow some of the people I know there tell me, so he find out for me, So okay, I have no choice. I fly over, I fly over. Then we found the church. Then we found the real name, a different church. Go all over, search for the church with that name. So that guy is on TV. You have to know. There's no mistake about it. He has a frostbite and he's on TV because he went in the hospital and and rubber everyone. Okay, we know him, but don't know where he lives. And then we keep looking, and then finally we found it. Yeah, and then that church and then the real name, and they took us to his where he lives. Oh my God. He lived in like a storeroom, a store closet. And all furniture all over him. I guess somebody used it as a storeroom for furniture that they don't want. And he just squeezed in between them, sleep in one of those sofas. And a small stove at the corner. About the storeroom is the size of like 2 beds. Yeah, 2 beds. But have a toilet and bathroom. Yeah, and have a small stove, and then he cooked there and he lived there. And then I found him. Oh, I'm so happy. I found him. And then we give him the stuff and some money to survive until he get a new job. Yeah. And then later the TV even go over there. Yeah. They want to have my picture on together, but I didn't let them. I said, no need. If you want, you just go there. To show the people of your positive, because of you, the men get help. That's good enough. I thought a lot of people help. First they say like that, but nobody helped nothing. They just bring some old clothes, a lot of old clothes into that church. That's it, nothing else. And he has nothing out of that. No, the gloves to protect him, and the clothes, thick clothes for that 40-degree minus. So we bought that kind of clothes, But when he go out, he said he went out to look for a job, and it was too cold. He didn't realize it. And then he say on TV, what touched me and made me do it was it. Oh, he was very far, I'm doing some charity work, but around my area. I didn't imagine to go over there. It's too far. It's in the island. And winter, flights unreliable. I tell you why. Very unreliable. It's winter and it's so bloody cold and the engine don't even work sometimes, and the you go outside, your hand freeze, you can't even move. 40 minus and 45 or 50. Can you imagine? Yeah, no. Me neither. I never thought I was stuck in that corner of the world. Every time I see the TV with snow, I ask him, wouldn't you like to live in such a place like that, eh? And then I go there and live. Just by the way, it happened, because of the pets, And then, okay, that was another story. Anyway, I couldn't go anywhere else, so we went there, and what happened? Yeah, I didn't think I would go there, but because of a wrong name, and we can't send money to him, and nobody really know where he is, They give his name Mohammed A. Point. Mohammed. He's not even a Mohammed. He is a Canadian. A real Canadian citizen, With big nose, eyes, like Canadian. But he's a little small and skinny because he's poor. But he's not a Mohammed. That's definitely not. Give Mohammed A, and I believed it. I even wrote down Mohammed A. To Mohammed A with love. Mohammed and A. They don't even give me A what? God, terrible. And I thought with that we can send, but no, we cannot. Yeah? I don't know, the church somehow don't try to give us the real thing. I don't know why. So later we have to go there personally and explain to them, and they see our sincerity, and my check to the church was also very sincere. My cash, and then that's okay, and then we go all together. Of course I give to the church too, because they're doing good job, and I was very sincere altogether. All right, and then finally they took us to that place, very small squeezing, like your bathroom. The size of your bathroom altogether. That's it. Not your bathroom here, but I mean the ordinary people bathroom. About this big, about that big, and furniture on top of each other. So somebody must have that as for storeroom. And they stay together. Oh, this is a poor area. So we went there, and he was so happy, yeah. And then I gave him money and everything, and then what else? And then we went home, and then the TV come later, because they hear somebody say that that guy can help maybe the church, and then they want to talk to me. And somehow they got it, because I do so many charity around, and some of them know my number. Yeah, because I wanted to give money to one of the Salvation Army areas, so they can build. They have a plot of land, and they can buy that plot of land and make it into at least some extra space for maybe there's some old house, probably they can repair it, and so the homeless can stay, or make it into a parking area, something like that, next to the existing place, which is overflow already with the homeless at that time. So because of that, I have to give them my number, so that they would tell me how much it costs. So next day I will bring it, because I told you at that time I don't want to give the check, The check is in euros, number one. Number two, I don't want my name on it. You see? So I can't give check, and I don't have credit card. They all run out of date. and then I have one only, which is I maxed already, because I buy for Christmas for the poor people all over the town. Anonymous also, we go in at night with donning the Father Christmas hat and with the bear and everything, and then we put things inside plastic bag, like a garbage bag, because big, so we throw everything in there and then carry it, and we go to different houses, poor area. The taxi driver told me where is poor, where the poor area is, low income and poor, so we go there, ring the bell, and put the bag there and run. And in case they see us, they don't see much, because it's dark anyway. It's a Christmas night, very cold. Nobody want to come out. And then later they run after us. They say, "What are you doing?" "We call police." I said, "No, don't call police." "Don't call police. Check. Yeah, the bag is good for you." And then okay, and later they know it. They come and help us they tell us which house is empty, which house nobody there, so don't give, Because if you give it somebody else, we're going to take it, and they have double and triple, and the other guy don't have any anyway. So we distribute with the help of the local gods and the taxi driver, and just, and his brother and me, and nothing. And the next day he told me, "Master, you're on TV." I said, "How you know?" He said, "Well, that mysterious lady, blonde, small, Chinese, she go around distributing gifts and all that, Because before that, we were on newspaper already. No picture of mine, of course. I bought 2 or 3 trucks, I can't remember, truckload of toys for the children. And I give it to the fire brigade, because the fire brigade give children every year. That's what they told me, yeah. So we drive many trucks, go there. Big truck from rental, and then drive it and put it there. So, and you know what? Why I was on newspaper? Because I didn't give any name. I said, "Oh, name don't mean nothing, we together, we work together. You do a good job and I help you. I don't need name." And then we run away. And because I did not have money, you understand me? I told you I have only one credit card that is still valid. At that time I have pets, I couldn't go back to Europe, I couldn't do anything. I just arrived, not long. And we tried to settle down with, I gotta get a house and everything and build this and that, for dogs and so on, pet. I was very busy, so I couldn't just go back to Europe just to get money, And I couldn't tell anybody, to bring in. I don't want anybody to know. So I have one credit card which I max every day. And then at the end of the month, you're maxed. You know, you have to wait for next month, which I did not know that. I thought my credit card goes forever. So every day I go, it goes away. But it's a different credit card, you know. My God, it was a very big bank. And why they give me such a limited card, I don't know. Fine, right. Okay, I didn't know that. So I almost couldn't go because when I want to pay for my ticket for airplane, it's gone. No money. And he called me back. He said, "Ma'am, are you sure?" I said, "What do you mean, are you sure?" He said, "Your credit card, are you sure?" I said, "Well, how much I have then?" He said, 2,000 left over for that month. I did not know. You know, I never had to use credit card that much in my life. And then because you have to wait for next month to have more money, you know, I keep spending for the poor people. I don't realize it. Because I saw somebody buying something. And she said she's going to give it to the fire department because every year the fire department in that area collected toys or, you know, food, anything to give it to the poor people. But the poor people there, they will not be like on the list or something, you know, only the fire people know because they're proud also, you know. So they will just probably go and drop it just like we, you know. So I learned it from them. Just go and drop, you know. So the fire brigade cannot do everywhere, you know. It's a different area later on that I learned. And then later the taxi driver told me also different area, more poor people, and then we keep doing all the time. But quietly, yeah. But the newspaper come on because I didn't give my name, you know. And then later they send police because I don't have money. I buy it with credit card. So they send the police to because they know where I bought it, you know. There's a small area. There's only one Walmart or something. So they send the police there to check whether I stole it. I stole the things or not because nobody ever give 2 or 3 trucks full of trucks. I mean, big trucks full of toys. All kind of toys for different because they told me what kind of toy, how much age and they need, you know, the age, and then I buy accordingly, you know. And we drive big trucks there and leave it there and go, you know, and don't want reward nothing, you know, no picture even, you know, with the brigade, you know, to hang in the wall or nothing, and just run. And I already told other people around there, the real estate who helped me to know them and all that. Say, don't say nothing about me, where I live, what I do, name nothing. So they're all quiet, you know. So they feel curious, you know, maybe I stole it from Walmart because it's all from Walmart, you know. And they're expensive. They're not like just cheap stuff, you know. Some are life-size doll and some wood horse for the kids and some doll houses, you know, real stuff. And some different thing, you know, different thing. So they even describe that on newspaper. And then they say, we don't know who, up to now, we don't know who she is. We send the police there and they say everything's okay. The credit card's all in her name, so it's no, so she's okay. So now we just want to thank her, you know. Wherever you are, we thank you. So they thank you through the newspaper. The one and only, no, there were 2 newspapers. But this is the main and the official one. You know, the other one probably just the local or, you know, those for supermarket, you know. But the other also wrote about me. I'll tell you later. They even give me the articles, you know. I have it upstairs. Yeah, without picture, yeah. And then so every day he goes shopping, he read nonsense, you know. He bring it home. Master, your newspaper. Because he know it's only me. Who else, you know? Because he know I go out that day and don't come home until late. Where would I go? You know? Where would I go all day long? Go late at night, come home. You know, snow cover and shivering, and where would I have gone? You know, and wearing not like glamorous clothes like I would have gone to a restaurant or do something good, you know, and boots, you know, cover with mud. So he must know I've been doing something, you know. So when they say the mysterious lady go to Walmart, then he know. Yeah, so he give it to me. He say, confess, is it you? I said, okay, you got me. Fine, so he knew it. And then we were on the TV for 6-7 times, almost every day. Since then, you know. Because the newspaper also talk about, and then the people who got it, you know, they call television, and so everybody thanked me all over on the television. And we still don't know who she is and what she looks like. Fine, they were hunting for me and did not know. I thought I'm happy with that already. I am still doing it, you know. So one day I was in Walmart again. Because I don't have money. If I have, like I had it before, just recently, I would pay cash. And nobody would ever find out what my name or anything, you know. But they even found out my name. But the police don't say nothing. They just say they go and check. Because the fire brigade asked the police to go check. You know, and the Walmart too happy to say, oh, she's okay, it's her credit card, no problem, we checked it, no problem. The Walmart don't even say my name. So they all keep quiet because they know it, you know, I don't want it. Because they read the newspaper already that I don't want to give name. Yeah, she doesn't want to give her name, so we have to thank her on the paper. You know, we didn't want to know where she lives and what she is, so we have to thank her on the newspaper. Fine. So the Walmart also good. And then I go different. Sometimes I have to go far away to buy, you know. But mostly the Walmart have everything at that time. And I was just too happy to keep my identity secret for me. They just say, it's okay. We check. She's fine. You know. All right. So, and then, so therefore they know already. That's how they know it, you know. And then when I went to that area, you know, I keep quiet as possible. So the television came too late, you know. Probably they just tell them they came too late. I'm already gone. They're always too late, but one day they catch me. That's why I was, you know, that's the first time on newspaper, nobody know, huh? And the second time also not. The third time they catch me. And then somebody secretly, you know, reported to one of the newspaper. And then when I came out, already happily pay and everything, and get ready to squeeze in my van to go to the next destination. And a woman, she stops me. She say, where are you going? I say, why? I want to know. I said, why you want to know? And she keeps squeezing. I said, okay, I'm going to so-and-so, you know. It's one of the charity for homeless or something place. I'm going to deposit the food there, and then they will give them later on, you know. Some food bank, you know. In Canada, they have food banks everywhere. But it's not too many in there, you know. A couple of Danish pastry and some apple boxes, and or maybe when I came, there's empty. I don't know. It's not much, you know, no big deal. But if people need it, they can come and have emergency, you know. Yeah, so maybe bread and eggs and stuff like that. Yeah, and oil, nah? Salt, sugar. So we fill this, we fill the bank, you know, with all the food. And so she keeps squeezing, she won't let go, so she follow me, you know, over there. And then I say, okay, she keeps squeezing, but finally I just give me my full name, you know. I don't say anything else. She said, that's all you can have, okay, fine. And then she said, can we take picture? I said, no, definitely not. I said, okay, just behind, okay, just behind. If I don't agree, she would stand forever there with photographers staring at me. I said, okay, behind, okay, yeah, behind, okay. It's okay, you just push the car and you do what you do and we just take picture behind. They really did respect it. They took just picture behind only. And the next day all over newspaper, fine, okay. And the television also followed suit. Oh, the lady, mysterious lady strike again. Like I'm a Pink Panther or something. Like the Pink Panther strikes again, you know. And then he happy again, you know, because he don't know nothing. I don't tell him even what I'm doing, but he knows everything because TV tell him, newspaper tell him, and he come on beaming, you know, like, you can't keep secret from me, you know, like that. Because mostly when I go out, I say, hey, I'm just going, you know, and you stay home, take care of pets, you know, and dogs, and okay, when I come home, okay, don't bother me, don't call unless emergency. And of course he like to know where I'm going every day like that. But he don't dare ask. He knows me, you know, I won't tell. And then he's so happy because the TV report everything to him. And the newspaper write it all black and white for him. You know, not just one time, but 2-3 times. And the television 6, 7, 8 times, I don't know. Because there's not much going on there, you know. And there's not often people go out on a buying spree like that, and so many, you know. Okay. One of the newspaper, another smaller newspaper, later somebody cut it and give it to me. One of the charity. Oh, this lady, she's very lewd, something, you know, like she's very smart. Because if she could give cash, she could just give cash or buy with cash and nobody would know her name or anything. But I didn't even have cash. I don't you don't know that. You know, I don't have cash. And I have only that credit card to spend at that time. I would be happy to have cash, you know. So now I know better, you know, I prepare a little cash somewhere, you know, so I don't have to show up all the time. And then he wrote like, I wanted people to know about it, but I don't want to know. Yeah, I want people to know, but not to know, you know. That's why I use credit card, Jesus Christ. What for I use credit card? I could have write a check, you know, or something. I wanted to go have cash even. I went with my credit card and passport into a bank, because I used to have cash like that before, you know. You have a credit card and your ID, and you go in the bank and you draw some money. So let me ask, and they ask up to generation of the director up there, you know, then I can't have it. That's how I don't have any cash, you know. And at that time I give a lot. I had to do this, do that, and whatever cash I have to buy a lot of equipment for, you know, to survive there, you know. Clothing even. For dogs. Dogs have 3 layers of clothes. Every time go out, they take 1 hour to dress them up. And come back in, you know. Boots. And coming out sometimes, boots lost in the snow. The snow is so thick. It's thick up to my knees. So happy you see all your neck. And Benny and lucky you have to carry him a lot of time, otherwise you don't find him nowhere, because the snow very soft, virgin snow, you know. In the morning they come out. What?
They're also white.
Yeah. So whenever we take the dogs out, have to watch out for Benny's and Happy and Lucky so they don't disappear. But even if you watch out for him, it's difficult to find him, because they cover with all snow from the nose to the whisker, you know, the tail, all over, because the snow is soft. We buy all the clothes that in the shop, because it's so small shop, you know, and different sizes. We have 5 dogs, remember, at that time. And they don't have so many for each dog, you understand? They have a lot, but different sizes, and sometimes too big, sometimes so small, but I don't care. Big better than nothing. So sometimes Lucky cover with a poncho or something, you know, coming out. Happy, and Ben is so small. So we're wearing each other, and boots. Have to wear boots, but they get loose in the snow all the time. And run after the dog, put the boots on. But it's all wet already with the snow. And the body temperature is warm, you see, with the many layers. So if the snow stick to their body, it just become ice. Yeah, it don't go out. So when come out is a big deal. Come in a bigger deal. Take every little snow out of that tail. Oh my God! And you know, hanging the boots a different direction. So which one belong to whom? Sometimes wear wrong boots. It take 1 more hour because they don't like boots. They keep shaking it. So it's a big deal. The poor 2 guys. That's why I miss them sometimes, because we're going through thick and thin together, you know, and they bear it all. It's very difficult to wear 10 pair of legs. No, 20. 20 pair. At different sizes, and sometimes they lose it together. They don't know which one belongs to whom anymore. Oh God, it's so difficult to wear on already, and as they lose it, my God, it's hell. Then we have to watch out for them so they don't fall in some holes, you know, and because the snow just cover everywhere. But sometimes there's a hole in the yard, you know. When it snows, you don't know where. Sometimes they fall in there. I have to fish them out. And the snow sticking all over in their nose, and they keep shaking it. They keep scratching it away, but they can't because they're boots. Instead of going poopy, they just stay in there trying to scratch all these things. And then some of them love it so much. Like, for example, like whom? Like Hermit. Oh, he loves it because he has big hair, you know, and he's born for this kind of. He looked like the chili dog, or what the name? The husky, yeah, you know, blue eyes and big bear, you know. Now we cut him, of course you don't see it, but that time he were long like a lion, you know. So he loves snow so much, and we worry that he's cold. He's not at all. he shake all his boots and he run all over and he smear and he plow into the snow. So when he come in, oh, it's a big job for them. They hate it so much. If they haven't loved me that much, I think they quit. I think they run away. Who can bear it? 5 dogs. And every day come in and out 5, 4, 6 times. Because, it's cold and they eat and drink a lot, so they need to go away a lot. As a consequence, karma, eat and drink a lot, keep them warm, Because through the charity, because I want to buy that piece of land with the old house for the homeless people. That's very cheap though, it's not that much. Also the lady, she's old and she wanted to sell it cheap, so it wasn't that expensive. Yeah, I buy the land and the house. They say they're going to take the house away because too old or something. I said, never mind, maybe you can repair it and somebody can stay in for a meanwhile, So I don't know what they did with it. But because of that, they need my phone number to contact to know, because I don't know when they'll be able to talk to the landlady whether she still wants to sell it or, and how much. Because they say they like to buy it so much. I say, how much is it? They don't know. I say, well, if you want to buy land so much, at least you know how much. Oh, we never dream we can buy, so we don't ask. I say, please ask, for God's sake, and let me know. I say, okay. But keep your, and then later through that, the newspaper. Oh, no, a newspaper don't know my phone number. Later on, the TV knows that and call me if they want to interview me or can we or not. I say, no need, We do just a common thing, like you would do the same. You do different, I do different, it's okay. But if you want, you can go there yourself and photograph the happy man, and give some positive feedback to your viewers, because of your TV, that man get help. But that's a very nice thing, yeah? So no need me to be there, The main point is the man get help, not for me to be on TV. So, okay. And they really went there and took photographs and interviewed them. And then, tell me again. I didn't tell him where I was going. I never do. I never tell you guys where I'm going mostly, especially charity, where he don't know nothing. But he sit at home on his armchair. He know everything. And he when I come home, he told me, I know where you gone. Something like that, But on the way home from Halifax, we almost got killed. Because, I do everything already, and then I got the flight home, yeah? Same day, or next day. Oh, did I stay in hotel? No, same day, Because I go in the morning and go back in the evening, or afternoon, evening. And then the flight cannot land. So they have to go back all the way, already on top of the airport, my house, but cannot land, have to return all the way back. Can you imagine? Luckily we have enough fuel. Can you imagine if he go further and he cannot land anywhere because it's the ocean between the island and St. John and that island called Halifax. Yeah? So he cannot even land anywhere to refuel. I can't believe it when he say, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, here's Captain speaking, we have to return to Halifax. I can't believe my ears. I said, no, it won't happen to me. I heard it on TV, but how would this thing happen to me? I have to go home. I said, I have kids, I have dogs, my kids. I said, you can't go tonight. I said, well, probably I have to take a taxi. And then he told me no taxi would take you anywhere tonight. It was so bad, weather, so bad. It was a snowstorm or something. It's not just snow, it's windy and it's wet and it's very bad weather, stormy weather, So he said no taxi would take you anywhere tonight. Not even outside of the airport, to go to a hotel, no. I said, well, I was feeling so bad, I don't want to stand in the middle of somewhere like that. I didn't feel like to stay because next day I have things to do, So I go out and find one brave taxi who will take me for a price. I say, I pay you double, yeah, from here to there. You could go through the land, and go maybe to a bridge. The woman said, we have to go back. I said, it's got worse. If you go back, it's the same. So might as well continue, huh? I don't want to go. I said, we can do it. So I said, you sit and drive, and the lady sit behind, sleep. Taxi driver sleep, and me he drive. It means that he drives and I keep an eye on him. I tell him, here go slow, here go fast. So he can't sleep. I can't let him drive alone. So the ladies sit behind. Not only she don't drive, she don't even want to sleep. I say, just go sleep. Now and again she put her mouth in front. We have to go back. I don't. It's not possible. It's too dangerous. I said, no, I have kids. I have to go home. Because he's alone. And we were not in a very favorable situation. With all kind of stuff. He's alone. Yeah. At least he need to go out to buy shopping. He can't leave them alone. Yeah. I go from morning, go back at night. It's okay, but not like go for 2-3 days. You understand me? Yeah. And then it's a new house and he's alone. And if somebody come, what would he answer? He can't. Somebody has to watch it. Now, and then what were we doing?
The taxi driver.
My taxi. Oh. And then I said, please go sleep. She said, I need to go out now. I said, what for? I need to smoke. Okay. Anything except you driving. Okay, and then so she go out. We let her out for a few minutes. Smoke. It's too cold. She turn off the smoke. We come back in. Too bloody cold to stay outside even with smoking. And I don't let us smoke in the car. Of course, no. How we bear it, So, smoke just poof, and then come back in. I say, what's wrong? I said, oh, too cold. I say, already. Okay, now no more smoking. We have to go, eh? Okay, please sleep. And then she sleep and we drive, both, because he never drive in snow before. It's the first time he even sees snow in his whole lifetime. My God, they don't snow over there, ever. Every day is spring, So, anyway... So I had to really drive with him. You understand? Not physically, but I had to be with him. I can't even blink my eyes. Because the snow was so slippery and so deep, And nobody cleaned it at night yet. You understand? I don't know how we made it home. We did. And I said, okay, here's your extra money to go get a hotel and sleep. Go tomorrow. Go back tomorrow. You're not going back now, are you? No, of course not. No. I'm glad we are still alive. So we drive her into a hotel, yeah. And then I think we get a taxi home from there, or maybe ask him, because I forgot. I really forgot. Which is just too stressful. I don't remember detail really. Maybe he remember. He wouldn't forget, but I I gladly forget. Oh, we almost get killed. The car, sphere into the side, and turn it already halfway. But the snow would somehow hold it. So we, like this, we couldn't even dig ourselves out, Snow is all over. They cover almost the whole car. Then slowly we get out. And then the taxi driver was shaking. And she wanted to go home. I said, you're not even going like this. You're not even standing. She said she wanted to drive home quickly, return home. I said, you can't even stand. She was shaking like this. Oh, I have to hug her. My God, what kind of taxi driver? I have to pay her double and pay her hotel and have to hug her, comfort her, and tell her sing song to sleep so that she will let us drive. But at least she does, She have confidence in me. Somehow I convinced her. Somehow I sound very sure-footed. So she let us drive, Not every taxi driver would do that. It's their car. Yeah. If something happened, what they do, But they trust me. He trusts me. And she let him drive even. Oh dear, poor him. Yeah, and we do some crazy thing, Many more crazy thing like that. So that's how it happened. And then next day I'm on TV again, the mysterious lady. And then one more thing. Okay, they put picture on the newspaper, fine. The next day I still doing my job, because I promised some other organization, charity, that I bring something, because some guy are too big, and all the clothes I buy don't fit him. I buy all size already, but he's too big, over big. 2 or 3 guys too big. So they asked me, please, if you can have bigger one for me. Okay, so next day I have to go and try to find. I promise I bring it. Besides my time is running, Okay, so I had to go, and then because we have to arrange so that we go also, Okay. I didn't know my money's running out from the credit card either. And if I could wait a few more days, then I have more money, but I couldn't. Can you imagine? I wait a few more days, and it's next month. Then the credit card, okay, again. At that time, there was some hurricane. I don't know, 3 years ago. What was it? I don't remember. Anyway, it was very bad, nah? And they call all over for international help. So I give them money. Then they receive it, no problem. But I open a bank account there. They send my money back to Europe. Can you imagine it? Because I don't have enough credit. I mean, not ID. I don't know what ID they want. I give them passport, address, everything. Not enough for them because I haven't been in Canada too long. I don't know anybody there. That's what it is. And they send the money back. That's why I don't have any money. Understand me? And nobody knows that. Of course I cannot tell the newspaper all that. And they wrote in the newspaper, the other newspaper say, I just want to be famous. That's why I use credit card. Understand me? Yeah. If I want to be famous, I would go on TV or would give the whole name to the newspaper. Even they chase me, I don't give the name. But they write something very funny. Hammett, he eat my telephone, you know. So I had to tape it with a duct tape. And when I called, she see it. And she wrote it on the newspaper even. She said, this is the lady who used the telephone with the duct tape. And then she asked me, and I say, my dog eats it. And she even quoted in the parenthesis, the dog ate it. So Hammett is famous, you know. It's not his name, of course, you know. I protect his identity. Okay, so on the newspaper. So next day I go buy something more for the extra giant. And the owner of the shop say, you are that Miss so-and-so, just a phone name, you know, phone name. I say, how you know? Say, I see you on newspaper. I say, there's no picture. Say, I saw the back. It looked like your back. Funny. So he give me like 5% discount. And we bought a lot of more stuff, not just for the giant people, but by the way, I bought a lot more clothes to give it to another charity shop. Many. By the way, you know, because he has good clothes there, you know. Yeah. And that's how it happened. Yeah. I don't know why I tell you all this. What was it that made me tell all this?
The noodle and the kimchi.
The noodle and the kimchi. Yes. That's the main point. I forgot. Okay. So that's where I live. And in that shop, only in that, you know, area, St. John, they sell this kimchi noodle that I love so much. Because I was almost hungry every day. He's so stingy with food. You know, he cook it and it's so little. I said, why you cook so little? Oh, it's very difficult to make and this. I said, no, this, for example, this is like the dry tofu sheet, you know, very thin tofu sheet. Yeah. All you do is just soak in the hot water. When it's soft, you put it in the pan with the little oil and little onion, and you toss it around, and you toss a few drops of Maggie's, and come out. You eat like that. It's nice already. Or you just put it in a box, and then you put oil and onion and Maggi, a little salt, a little pepper, and then you put it in microwave for a few minutes. And then it's cooked like that. He said, oh, is that easy? So I'll show you. And then I did it. And then he eat more. I said, what? This is just for me, and so you didn't cook enough. Yeah, you said to me, it's enough. So that means you already had enough, right? You're not supposed to eat no more. Just joking, of course. And then we make a lot. And so next time, please make more, okay? Don't do this. Because you not even have enough yourself. He always says it's enough, but it's not. Otherwise, he wouldn't have eaten more of what I made, you know? It's so cute. Over there, it's difficult to buy stuff, you know? Because we also don't know, and we live in far away, you know? Where were we? Yeah, we tried. Yes, because the snow is so deep, you know? Also because we are on top of the sea. Although the cliff is not deep, you know? We are at the bottom of the hill, and the cliff is not that deep, about my body size only. But if they fall into the sea, it'll be too wet and too frozen, you know. So we are not only chase after their boots, you have to take care they don't fall into the sea, because it's next to the sea, you know. And what else did I say? Forgot. What did you say that's so funny that make me remember?
Happy.
How could happy move, right? Okay. They're just sliding around, and they hobble, you know, hobble all over, and God help us, because sometimes it's so deep, you know, covered by snow, have to dig him out. Very difficult to bring him in. You have to scoop him in one by one and bring him inside. Yes, really scooping. And the pool become like rock immediately. Immediately, you can't even get it up. Yeah, they have to have show it. I'm telling you. And wherever they pee, you don't have to look far because it's all yellow. You can see it on the white, So easy to find.
And Lucky have no chance to eat anything.
No.
Too hard.
I don't know. And my dogs survive. They are Florida dogs. You understand? They never know what snow is. They survive and they're happy. First time they see snow, everybody go eat. Just yapping at the snow, eating. Especially Hamid and Goody, they eat until their mouth full of snow and all white like old woman, old men, And nose, and it come in their nose and they food it out. Try to sneeze it out and cannot, and try to grab it, but they can because the boots, and oh my God, you have to see it. You can't just record everything, And because we're busy, we didn't think about that, Otherwise, it would be very funny film, live film. They love snow so much, they eat it, Come out and just eat the snow. So at least in Canada, it's very economy. You don't have to buy food for dogs. At least no water, they drink it. And the snow, the water there is very good because the snow a lot. Anything else you want to know? Then maybe I remember some.
Goody, how did he play with the shadow then?
Don't worry. There is still moon on Saturday night. And the flashlight, of course.
On the snow?
Yeah, on the snow. He always chase shadow, don't worry about that. He chase after shadow when the moon or the sun come out. And the leaves, waver. He chase. And Happy go and pat herself under the trees. The leaves. She always go under the leaves to get the leaf pat in her face. Yeah, you don't see it?
Yeah.
And she go in the bush sometime and walking very slow, so slow like slow motion picture, and they go back and forth under the leaves, so the leaves touch in her face, and she come back and forth. You saw that, right?
I never knew why.
You never see it?
I seen it, but
No, she's patting herself. They all have their, tricks. Goody go and eat in the snow, and Hamid plowing in the long way. He just slide in his body, and he make the whole highway, the whole yard. And Goody eat the snow, and Lucky trying to shake the boot. And then he just trying hard to keep his nose on top of the snow because you get lost, Too small and too white, and the snow too soft, they all sink inside, Very difficult to get out. Come out, and we have to lift them up sometime, because otherwise they sink and just stay there. It's very difficult for him to climb back out of the snow. My God, you don't know. If snow that big, 30, 40 degrees below zero, imagine. And it snow every day, non-stop. Poor thing. But they love it somehow, they don't complain at all. They don't complain. Just shivering sometimes. Now Linda is more happy up there than with them. Every day she come up. The gate is just, very easy slide out. So when she comes, she's very slippery body. Just small like a snake, she run under and then she lift through like this, zigzag, and she lift the gate up. And everybody run upstairs into my room. Now you don't ask anymore why I don't have bed, do you? You know why, right? It's good like that. No, I don't have bed, but we have many beds up there, or dog beds. All the dog beds are there now. Yeah? I can't believe my room fit 10 dogs. or 9 dogs even. Of course 11 would fit also, you know. But because you have Lucky and the other guy, because he pee everywhere, the two of them are pee master. I feel sorry for him. I let him in just a few minutes, and he pee everywhere. You know, Harley. Yeah. And if you pee in my room, then it's a mess, you know, because they all walk all over, and then the whole house will be a mess. You can't even clean up. Lucky my room don't have carpet or anything, but they will all over in their bed, and then we have to clean everything, you know what I mean? It'll be too much messy, yeah? So better both of them sleep down there in that room, it's okay. Yeah? They didn't pee there, right?
No.
No? Okay, okay, good. And if it's cold, you put a heater, and that's fine. A little heater, okay? But not where they are running, so they don't get cold, huh? They don't get heat covered somewhere, huh? There's a heater in there for them. Is it cold in your room?
No.
It's okay. They both can stay in this room, so you don't have to keep bringing up and down. If they're okay, they're together, right? They don't make trouble. Right. So the story over, huh? Not for tonight, at least. And noodle soup is gone, so we're going. going. Yeah. Oh, it's late. 1:20, 1:24. Mostly this is my time, you know. I begin to work. Okay then, huh? We clean up and go. Anything else? Any food, any stuff? No, huh? Okay.